welcome to the first video recorded on the brand new Canon that I got. I'm still excited that I have this, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'll talk about it at a later point. But as of right now, everyone say goodbye to the good old Sony Handycam that's been my workhorse for the past about 4 years at this point now, because I got that in 2017 at around this time. So 4 years on that camera, and I'm still gonna have my little point and shoot, my little put in the pocket, carried around. Still gonna have that, but as far as right now goes, Sony Handycam might be relegated to B-roll footage for stuff. I don't know. I have to remember to look into the lens and not the screen. Anyway, oh, it's a good day. Because I got a big package here. This should contain the Dungeons & Dragons Curse of Strahd Revamped Edition. If you're unfamiliar, Curse of Strahd is probably the most popular module for D&D 5th edition. And October 2020, they released a version of it that's updated, comes in a coffin-shaped box and a bunch of accessories, and removes a lot of harmful stereotypes for the Vistani, which are kind of like the Romani in real life. They're like Romani analogs. So, big ups for Wizards for stepping up their inclusivity game. A lot of people, I appreciate it, because trust me, some of the negative stereotyping is ooh. Whoa. This is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Holy shit. Can I even get it out of this? Oh my god. So here he is, Mr. Strahd von Zarovich in all of his glory. Oh my god. Bury yourself in gothic horror. Under raging storms, the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich stands silhouetted against the ancient walls of Castle Ravenloft. Rumbling thunder pounds the castle spires. The wind's howling increases as he turns his gaze down toward the village of Barovia. Fuck, this is a nice looking box. Well, let's slice in, I guess. My cat's mad that I'm talking and he's not involved. So he can just deal with it, Andy. Let's get this shrink wrap off. The cat has been thoroughly yelled at. And just so you know, he's okay. He just has to think about what he's done. He's in his timeout corner. He doesn't have a timeout corner. I'm trying to make a joke and not spill my fucking coffee. Oh. So we got this, which is cool. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I could, because that's good art. But that's also just the cover of the book. And then on the back, it's just like what's in the box. You got a lot of stuff in here. You have the whole book, a 20-page Creatures of Horror booklet of new monsters that appear in the adventure, 8-page Taroka deck booklet, cover sheets. Yeah, there's a lot of shit in here. So look at this box. Oh my god. Jesus. That's a chonker of a boy. Oh, alright. So right when you open it up, you're greeted with this. Strahd sleeping in his coffin. And then on the back is his stat block. How fucking cool is that? That's rad as shit. That is so cool. You would just put that over there in the lid. You got a pull string here that you can. Okay. Got the Dungeon Master screen and the entire adventure shrink wrapped together. And also it looks like there's some booklets and maps between this. So let me try to get this shrink wrap off without destroying anything. Alright. Oh, God, the sounds. The horrors. Here we go. Just toss that on the ground there. I'm not sure how I feel about a soft cover version of the book, but it does make it easier to flip around. And it does look like they got rid of the stat blocks in the back, which makes sense because all of your stat blocks have been consolidated into this booklet, Creatures of Horrors. It's got all the NPCs and all the weird creatures that you fight in this game. This is a very small booklet. I don't know if this is necessary, but hey, if you want to use these for a different adventure and you don't feel like busting out the regular Curse of Strahd book to find those stat blocks, there you go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, see how that works out. So we got those. You got the Curse of Strahd Revamped, and you got Creatures of Horror booklet. Now we have the Taroka deck. Okay, this is just the booklet that helps, that like, it's got all the things in there that you can like photocopy and print. I'm not sure how useful this is. It tells you what card is what, etc., etc. Like there's a high deck and a low deck, and tells you what the different suits mean. That's really cool, actually. You could also use this for something for sure. Maybe you have Vistani in a different game. Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft is coming out soon. Use it for that. Ooh. Hey, we got handouts. Oh, these are kind of bent. Oh well. You got the Tome of Strahd, which is right here on one nice page to give to your players. You got the Journal of Van Richten. You got Kolyan and Dirovich's letter, both version 1 and then version 2 on this page, along with the Journal of Argynvost and Strahd's Invitation. Very nice to have handouts that you can actually hand out. Who would have thought, right? Then here we have, I'm assuming just, yeah, these are just maps. This is my second map of Barovia. The reason I bought this is because one of my D&D groups wanted to play through Curse of Strahd again, and it's one of my favorite adventures ever. The way they bent this map is kind of fucked. It's kind of weird. It doesn't line up correctly. It's not flush. It's a very nice laminated map, so that's always nice to have. Let me just go ahead and unfold it for you. But yeah, the reason I wanted to play it again is because it's one of my favorite adventures, and I've already played through it several times, and I just want to see what's different this time. That's the best thing about this this adventure, is that every time you play it, it's a little different. Here we go. We have a whole map of Barovia, and then on the back, the map of Strahd's Castle, Castle Ravenloft. Very, very cool. I love this a lot. But yeah, at the beginning of the game, either at the beginning or towards the beginning, you can either do this before you start playing the game, or you can do it live with your players. You meet a character named Madame Ava, and you do a card reading. And this card reading determines where the items that you need to defeat Strahd are going to be located within Barovia, who's going to help you in fighting him, and where you're going to have your final showdown with him. And every time, it's different. So I just love that like kind of roguelike feel to this. And here we go. We got a nice Dungeon Master screen. Damage by level and severity. It's got all the stuff that you would need, and it's got some stuff specifically for Ravenloft. Like over here on this end that I'm looking at, there's got Barovian names in case you need to come up with an NPC on the fly. The Mists of Ravenloft and what they do. Rules for cover, travel, pace. Then it's got some random encounter tables over here. It tells you how to do the card reading, kind of. It tells you how to lay out the card reading, but that's fucking cool. Also, this is a really nice looking, this is just a nice Dungeon Master screen. Look at this artwork. It's so stylized, and I fucking love this. Also, even though I've been playing D&D for several years, that's only my second Dungeon Master screen. Alright, we have one more thing in the box. I think so, anyway. I don't think this whole thing comes up. Yeah, that's... Last thing in the box is the Taroka deck. These are like the tarot cards. No way. No way. Hang on, this is not just the Taroka deck, which I will get to. But it looks like there's postcards on the back of this. Oh my god, I love this, because what you can do with these postcards, if you know like where your group lives and you know that they're playing in the game soon, what you could do is you could mail these postcards to your players, like invite them cordially to come play the game. I'm not gonna open these postcards yet, but welcome to Barovia. I don't know if it might be flipped. I won't know if the text is flipped or not when I edit this. Yeah, this shrink wrap's pretty thin, so I'm not gonna open these just yet. I'll open those at some other time. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go through them, but I'm sure you can find them on Google Images. Then we have the Taroka deck. A lot bigger than the Gale Force 9 ones, and they got a cool inlay. But what you do is that you do these like a tarot card reading, and they all determine the locations of each of the 3 things that you need to defeat Strahd, who Strahd's enemy is and who's going to help you in your quest, and where your final showdown with the Vampire Lord is going to take place. And as far as I can see, that is all that's in the book. That's all that's in this box. Yeah, I don't think there's anything like underneath here. No, nothing at all. What a box. What a fucking box. This is awesome. This is probably the coolest D&D thing that I own, and I'm so happy I got it. Not only because I've wanted an updated version of the adventure, again, just to remove the harmful stereotypes, but also I love Curse of Strahd. I've played it so many times. It's very near and dear to me. And also I love the gothic horror. I love gothic horror. I love vampires. I've always loved vampires since like 6th grade. My cat's scratching at the door again. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video so he can stop being an annoying little asshole. So thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Wanted to give a quick shout out to a podcast I've been listening to called Wooper and Nebula's Nerdtastic Galaxy. If you haven't listened to it, they cover a bunch of facets of nerd culture like anime, cartoons, video games, all sorts of good shit. It's very nice. Put it in your ear holes right the fuck now. My voice cracked. Ah!